everyone, and it's a pleasure to have you back. As political preparations for Nigeria's 2027 general election continue to gather momentum, prominent human rights activist Aisha Yesufu has called on opposition political parties to unite behind the presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, Peter Obi. According to her, the opposition's best chance of defeating the ruling All Progressive Congress lies not in competing against one another, but in building a united political front. The biggest question is this: can Nigeria's opposition overcome internal divisions to present a common candidate? Or will a fragmented opposition once again strengthen the ruling party's chances in 2027? Aisha Yesufu made her position known in a statement posted on her verified X account on Wednesday. In the statement, the co-convener of the Bring Back Our Girls movement argued that the 2027 election would not necessarily be won by the political party with the loudest supporter or the biggest online presence. Instead, she said victory would depend on which political side is able to organize itself most effectively. According to Yesufu, opposition parties must move beyond individual interest and begin coordinating their efforts if they hope to succeed at the polls. She specifically urged opposition parties to rally behind Peter Obi, who is expected to fly the flag of the Nigerian Democratic Congress in the 2027 presidential election. Yesufu emphasized that supporting Obi should not be viewed as one political party surrendering to another. Instead, she described such cooperation as a strategic political decision designed to maximize the opposition's chances of electoral success. According to her statement, political parties can maintain their identities, structures, and principles while working together behind a common presidential candidate. She wrote, "Peter Obi is not the candidate of one camp. Unifying under him is not surrender, it is strategy." The activist also stressed that cooperation among opposition parties does not require any party to dissolve its organization or abandon their ideology. Rather, she encouraged party officials, organizers, fundraisers, and political strategists from across the opposition to strengthen coordination while remaining within their respective political platforms. According to her statement, unifying does not mean dissolving your party, your platform, or your principles. One of the central arguments presented by Yesufu concerns the outcome of Nigeria's 2023 presidential election. She noted that President Bola Tinubu was declared winner of that election with approximately 36% of the votes cast. Based on that outcome, she argued that the combined votes received by opposition candidates exceeded those secured by the eventual winner. For that reason, she believes mathematics favors the opposition if it succeeds in presenting a united front rather than dividing votes among multiple presidential candidates. According to Yesufu, the opposition's greatest challenge is not a lack of public support, but internal division. She argued that unless opposition leaders learn to work together, they risk repeating the electoral fragmentation weakness during previous elections. Her comments come at a time when discussions about coalition politics continue across Nigeria's political landscape. Several opposition parties have held consultations aimed at building broader alliances ahead of 2027, while political leaders continue negotiating possible partnerships and electoral strategies. Supporters of opposition cooperation argue that coalition politics has become increasingly important because Nigeria's electoral system rewards candidates capable of attracting broad national support across different regions. They believe a united opposition could avoid splitting votes among candidates with similar political objectives. Others, however, argue that coalition building is often easier in theory than in practice. Political parties typically have different leadership structures, policy priorities, regional interests, and internal ambitions. Negotiating agreements over presidential tickets, vice presidential nominations, campaign financing, and future government positions can prove extremely difficult even among parties that broadly agree on national issues. Political analysts also point out that voters ultimately decide elections based on multiple factors, including candidates, party structures, campaign organization, economic conditions, security concerns, and regional voting patterns. While coalition building may improve electoral prospects, it does not automatically guarantee victory. As of now, other opposition parties have not officially responded to Yesufu's proposal for a united front behind Peter Obi. Similarly, the Nigerian Democratic Congress has not issued a formal statement reacting specifically to her comments. Meanwhile, the ruling APC has repeatedly expressed confidence that they will retain power in the 2027 general election, maintaining that their performance in government will ultimately determine voters' decisions. With more than a year remaining before Nigeria's return to the polls, political alignments are expected to continue evolving. Discussions surrounding possible coalitions, endorsements, and strategic partnerships will likely intensify as parties prepare for one of the country's most competitive presidential elections. Whether opposition parties eventually unite behind a single candidate or choose separate paths could become one of the defining political questions leading into 2027. Aisha Yesufu's message is clear. In her view, the opposition's greatest strength lies not in individual political parties acting alone, but in their ability to work together behind what she believes is a common electoral strategy. For more updates and in-depth analysis, stay with us on News Express. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am Cassie Tony, and many thanks for watching.